Handheld ham radios can often be expensive, but you don't have to break the bank to get a good one. In this video, we have narrowed it down to the 3 best cheap handheld ham radios today that deliver excellent performance without costing a fortune. Starting with an incredible value pick that offers great battery life and power, moving to a durable choice that balances cost and rugged features, and finishing with our top choice, which combines affordability with modern technology. All details, including prices and links for these radios, are right down in the description. So let's get started. Number 3. Baofeng UV5R 8 Watt. When it comes to budget ham radios, Baofeng is the brand that comes to mind to most of us. If you're looking to save some money, but still need a powerful radio with decent battery, the 8-watt version of the UV5R is one of the best budget ham radios out there. Apart from the battery and power output, it looks like any other UV5R radio. So it has a frequency range of 136 to 174 megahertz and 400 to 520 megahertz, plus 65 to 108 megahertz for FM broadcast. It features high-low power settings, and it is PC programmable. The FM broadcast radio can be used on amateur frequencies and can transmit on both the narrowband 12.5 kHz and wideband of about 25 kHz. It has 128 programmable memory channels with the option of adding and removing at will. This gives you the option of customizing the channel names on the device. Of course, where it shines is the 3800 mAh lithium-ion battery, which can last quite a long time even if you use it at full power. When you are not in need of the power from the battery, it contains a save feature that saves power to be used when needed. Overall, it is by far one of the best cheap ham radios on the market. Number 2. Baofeng UV5R Plus. At a glance, Baofeng UV5R Plus looks much like a cosmetic facelift of the good old UV5R. To some extent, that is true. This HT is not radically different from its predecessor. However, it does have a few changes that amp up its performance and general quality of use. The biggest change that a visual inspection will show is the shiny and glossy shell of the radio. Its casing is tougher than its predecessor. It looks better and lasts longer since the tougher body can take some abuse and holds up well even though it's not indestructible. While the finish is metallic, the body is plastic. Also, the comparison is with the UV5R. So while the casing of the UV5R Plus is better, I would not overestimate it. Also, the UV5R Plus is more expensive than its predecessor, but it's still a $25 radio. The next change is the buttons. They appear to have better feedback and feel more tactile and satisfying. That's especially true for the PTT button, which appears to have acquired a rather satisfying push. While there is no visual difference on the buttons, it feels like they're of better quality than the preceding model. Other aspects like the display, speaker, and battery remain the same between both models. So the speaker is basic at best, the display is acceptable, and the battery works pretty well. Besides, you can tap into the world of UV5R accessories to get a bigger battery, should you feel the need for one. There doesn't seem to be a significant change to the innards and circuits of the 5R Plus, yet the radio appears to have a better signal and audio quality. Perhaps it's the greater attention to quality control that makes these improvements possible. But again, remember that the comparison is necessarily with the UV5R, so though the signal and audio quality are better, they're not groundbreaking. Other features and accessories for the UV5R Plus remain similar to the basic model. It comes with a rubber ducky antenna, which you will want to replace for better quality. The earpiece is a waste of space, though the belt clip, lanyard, charging cradle, and programming cable are acceptable. It's accompanied by a good quality programming cable with a Kenwood-style connector, and it is compatible with Chirp and Baofeng software, and can be programmed with relative ease. Overall, the Baofeng UV5R Plus is a decent upgrade and facelift over the trusty workhorse that is the Baofeng UV5R. While the features on both models remain similar, the cosmetic upgrades on the 5R Plus make it a better pick. The radio also has a metallic finish and is available in several colors and styles. Number 1. Quansheng UV-K5. For several years now, the Baofeng UV5R has been synonymous with the best cheap ham radios. However, the Quansheng UV-K5 emerged as a strong contender and is our top choice for the best cheap ham radio this year. It has a slightly better and more modern profile and doesn't immediately give off that cheap radio vibe thanks to a good casing. Its features and performance are decent enough, but what really put it on the map was perhaps entirely unintentional. The company put its firmware on a flash memory chip and made an install tool available for updates. Perhaps the idea behind this was easier firmware updates and upgrades, which by itself is a great feature. However, with the firmware and uploading tools available, ingenious hams and modders set to work on the HT, taking its qualities beyond what the manufacturer intended. Some of these mods can be as simple as adding a custom welcome message or a wallpaper. Others are more complex, like improvements in the AM receive functions of the radio. Yet others add a graphical spectrum analyzer, change Roger beep tones, and there's even one that adds a Pong game. In some ways, this has brought smartphone app-like features to the HT, even if basic. It's an interesting direction, but it remains to be seen if the ham radio community at large and manufacturers embrace the idea. Now let's take a look at the other more conventional and intended features of this radio. Starting with the body. It is quite well built, taking an appearance beyond its budget appearance. The screen is bright and has a good resolution, which enables users to get plenty of information, including frequency, battery, and signal strength. It struggles in the sunlight, but isn't terrible. Its antenna is decent enough for good performance. While an aftermarket antenna can improve performance, many users may not find it necessary. Looking at the keypad and buttons, they're well placed and have a good feel about them, including the PTT button on the side. On the other side of the radio, you'll find two flaps. One of these covers the ports for the mic and programming cable, while the other has an input for a USB-C charger. Quan Sheng recommends using the USB-C method only when you need a quick charge, and leaving the general charging duties to the included cradle charger. This should be helpful for the longevity of the 1600 mAh lithium-ion battery that powers this device. This is a classic dual-band radio with TX and RX on VHF and UHF bands, though it can also receive airband frequencies, FM and AM, and NOAA weather channels. Also, although programming the flash is a big part of the UVK5, let's not forget conventional programming and channels. The company offers its own software for programming the device, though it is also compatible with Chirp. Overall, Quan Sheng UVK5 is an excellent budget radio with some great features. New users can pick this HT for its entry-level pricing and decent performance. More seasoned users will find it works great as a backup radio, and they might also want to explore the modding opportunities with this handheld transceiver. So what do you think? Which of these is the best cheap ham radio for you? Or do you think another cheap HT is better? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day.